what to do before you ever start a diet or workout program, guys. In this video, I'm going to be interviewing one of my good friends, one of my really close brothers, Elijah Tyson, the owner of the Grind Tribe. Looking to see if I can see his name when it pops up. We are about to rock and roll. What's up, everybody? As y'all jump on, let me know where y'all watching from, man. Let me know. This is going to be a really good one. I'm going to create a series of interviews that I do with, all of my good friends in the fitness industry, because I believe it's going to be super helpful for you guys to know the backstory of these fitness influencers and, what did they do to get to where they are? How are they able to, live healthy, live fit, and how are they able to get their clients so many transformations? And so this is going to be a good one. I'm going to give them a few minutes to jump on board, and then we'll get this bad boy going. We're telling your followers that you're alive. This is going to be good. There he is. Let's see. You may have to request to jump on, Tyson. Let's see. Let's see. Did I do it? Let me try it again.
Yo.
There he is. Bet. He on here.
What's going on, man? How you feeling?
What's good, man? I'm good. I appreciate you jumping on, bro. How you feeling?
Good, man. I'm feeling amazing, bro. That's the choice. You know what I'm saying? But I'm feeling good, man. I have no complaints at all.
I love to hear it. So I was just telling everybody, we're about to tap in and go live about what they need to do before they start any diet, any workout program, any fitness plan, period. What steps they need to take beforehand, because there's also things that you need to be aware of before you start any kind of program to be able to be successful in the long run. And so when I think about those things, I think about you, because you talk a lot about, the intrinsic things that people need to pay attention to, the mindset part of it. And so for everybody that doesn't know you, I know a lot about you. I know that you've done like incredible things with a lot of business professionals, a lot of Black business professionals and entrepreneurs. And so, I'm going to give you the stage, and so you can share your backstory, and so that myself and everybody else can get a little bit more understanding about Elijah Tyson, the owner of the Grind Tribe.
All right, man. No doubt. I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you, man. What's going on, family? Everybody that's watching, man. My name is Elijah. I'm the founder of the Grind Tribe. We're the #1 health optimization platform for Black and brown men and entrepreneurs. And I essentially started this platform, after burning out running my first tech business. I was always aspired by entrepreneurship, and when I was younger, when I went to college, I got the opportunity to actually start building a tech business. We raised a little over $200,000 within a 2-year run. But also what came with that, man, was a lot of battles intrinsically with my mental health, my physical health. And I just made it my passion to make sure that the brothers that have that mindset, that are looking to build things for themselves, man, just don't have to go through that consistent battle of feeling like they got to choose between their health and their business, or their relationships and their business, because life is not a zero-sum game. You know what I mean? And I think that when you're going hard, you can find that right level of the word I call alignment between these things, man, to really, really put yourself in a space that you want to be in.
100%. I think a lot of times when people look at fitness influencers, the health influencers online, they're like, man, these people must have been doing this forever. Like, when did your fitness journey start? When did you jump into wanting to get in shape and make fitness and health a priority?
Yeah. My senior year of high school is when I started. No, my late junior year of high school is like when I started working out. Typical puppy dog breakup kind of thing, revenge body kind of thing. But I would say I seriously got into training when I went to college. And I had access to a huge facility to train. That's when I was really tapped in with calisthenics, and I actually started my own calisthenics club on campus. It was called the Barbarians.
Nice.
And I started it because I wanted to introduce people into being able to get fit without all of the intimidation that comes with the gym. And so we were able to leverage calisthenics fitness and advanced calisthenics fitness to help people who are potentially newbies or intermediates in the gym feel more comfortable with their bodies, get stronger, and be able to really just do some amazing things and develop that confidence with their bodies, because I feel like confidence is key. And so that was really where I discovered, like, I would say, the passion to just want to see people transform. You know what I'm saying? I think that for me, man, I think that I have a great skill set in fitness, and me and you both know this. We've been trainers for years, you know. But my passion and my calling is in a space of transformation, seeing people go from where they are to a whole new level, physically, mentally, spiritually, financially. And so fitness for me is where my skill sets kind of match that calling, and that's what I do. What I do.
That's what's up. I feel like I've been there, like what you were just saying, like the revenge body. You know, you may go through a bad breakup, or you know, you may
That's
have
the
some
emotion.
type of man. I think that happens to a lot of people. I know I've had my fair share of, you know, things don't quite go the way I wanted to in a relationship, and you know, I'm like, man, I'm about to just go to the gym. It's always been there. It's the most consistent thing,
Fighting those demons.
fighting them demons. I'm trying to tell you. And
Right.
one of the best parts about it is, I feel like a lot of times, a lot of people don't resort to going to the gym and working out. A lot of times, people go to, you know, drinking alcohol or taking substances, you know, things
Yeah.
like that. But
Yeah.
why do you feel like the gym is such a better route to go in terms of like just empowering yourself instead of
Yeah.
you know, going the other direction?
I think one is because of the results. Like you if you smoke weed for
Yeah,
6 weeks straight, you're gonna look the same after 6 weeks. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
that's
So I
real.
think that going to the gym and putting in exercise and dialing in with your health and your body, seeing the physical
Yeah,
change is actually tangibly empowering itself. Like, yo,
that's so
look
true.
kind of full. My arms are looking bigger. My chest is looking bigger. My legs, I don't look like I got spaghetti legs no more. Like, that's empowering.
Right.
Dropping weight, if you got like belly fat, like seeing that kind of start to go down, man, it's extremely empowering. And so it's always way more empowering than, you know, doing anything that may take you away from whatever pain that you're trying to run away from. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because like I said, you can smoke weed or drink alcohol or play video games to get away from whatever pain that you're dealing with, but you're still gonna look the same. You're still gonna operate the same. See,
That's
fitness is
facts.
something that it's 100% positive ROI. Like, you have never heard somebody say, man, I spent too much time in the gym. Or, man, I just worked
Never.
out too much and now my life sucks. Or I was distracted. Nah. Like, when you get
Right.
down in it teaches you, number one, how to develop that level of focus, right? But also, number two, it teaches you about work and reward. And it helps you develop a better relationship with yourself. And I think that no
Yeah.
matter where you're in life, whether you're dealing with a breakup, whether you're male, female, you know what I'm saying? Being able to develop a better relationship with yourself is going
Right.
to be one of the most imperative things that you can do for your journey where you're at. Even as an entrepreneur, me and you both know this. Like, all of
That's
our
facts.
growth has come from not figuring out a better strategy, or this is developing a better relationship with ourselves. That's the foundation of growth, bro. And so it's
That's facts.
like getting in shape after, if you're going through something dark, or you're trying to escape. Like, the gym is the perfect escape place.
That's facts.
It is.
Yeah. That's raw. I like it. That's
You
what's
know what I
up.
mean?
Now, when you, I think a lot of people think fitness influencers, we've always been in shape. We never had no problems with our health. We came out the womb with six pack abs. And so when you first started your journey, what was it for you? Were you looking to like get muscle? Were you looking to get shredded?
Skinny. I was skinny as hell, man. I used to wrestle in high school, man, and I was the type of wrestler that didn't have to cut weight. So I was
Mhm.
always naturally smaller, you know what I'm saying? Smaller bone structure, you know. And so for me, when I started working out, I wanted to put some muscle on, man. Like, I wanted to develop a body that when I would walk, like, people would be like, okay, I see you, bro. I see you. Like, that's what I
Mm,
wanted. That's what I desired,
yeah,
because, I was always strong mentally, right?
right.
But I wanted to make sure that physically I was wearing that the right way, right?
I got you.
And I always say, confidence is all the internal thing, but how we look is just the way that we wrap it.
That's
You know
right.
what I'm saying? And so for me, I was a pretty
Yeah,
confident dude, even when I was skinny. But I felt like, man, I wasn't really holistically giving the vibe. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted to give the vibe. I wanted to walk into a room and people be like, all right, this dude takes himself kind of serious enough to look this good. And that's kind of what it was for me. And also, you know, I wanted the, you know, the shorty that I was with at the time to be tight. Like, damn, that's the one that got away. If I'm keeping
Right.
it all the way 100.
Hey,
You
that's
know,
all we want on here, man. Keep it
you know what I'm
all the
saying?
way
At the
100.
time.
Right, right, right.
Yeah, yeah,
That's what's up. Now let's kind of go into experience because I know we're talking about mindset a lot, right?
yeah,
And I feel like when I think about all influencers in the fitness industry, you one of the top influencers that I've come across that talk a lot about mindset. If you're going through certain issues in your life, whether it's depression, whether it's you had a bad breakup, whether you had some type of disagreements in business and it just angered you and it triggered you, and these are things that I find that a lot of people go through, and they may just be extremely busy and feeling overwhelmed, right? So talk to me about like an experience that you've had, or maybe a member or one of your clients have had in the past, or maybe even current, when it comes to like a problem that could have like derailed them, right?
yeah,
But how mindset allowed them to be able to stay the course and
yeah.
achieve some type of results.
Yeah, that's real. You know, for me, you know, I work with a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of busy guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so one of the things that I predominantly do when I am working with these guys is I work on mindset. See, what we got to realize is exactly where we are physically, financially, mentally is all a result of our beliefs. And so
That's
when I
right.
get a guy that tells me, hey, bro, you know, I just don't have time to get in the gym, I'm like, is that belief serving you, bro? Like, is that, but you're choosing to believe that. You know what I mean? And
That's
so I
facts.
think that at the foundation, if we don't go into things with the right mindset, you can have the perfect plan, the perfect nutrition, the perfect trainer, the perfect program, but like you still are going to end up back at square one because you haven't. In order to get to that new level, you gotta develop a new mindset. And so I think the first thing that I do is
That's
like
real.
really breaking down like what are those belief patterns that we're telling ourselves, and sometimes, you know, and that's for the guys that I work with. It's usually like time or something like that. But you know, for somebody that's maybe not confident or somebody that's insecure, they might be telling themselves, well, I'll never look good, or, you know, I'm not worthy enough, or, you know, I'm this or I'm that. Like
Mm-hmm.
some people have bad relationships with the way that they talk to themselves. So everybody's mindset, I feel like there's an area of opportunity to work on, because then
Mm-hmm.
the beautiful thing about fitness is it gives you an essentially a proven path. Hey, you go into the
That's
gym,
real.
you work out like this, you eat this way, you'll start to see a change in your body, right?
Right.
And it's
Yep.
almost like the road is already paved, but your
Right.
mindset is the engine. And if your mindset is on point, you either gonna be able to go down that road with a Porsche engine, or you're gonna be going down there with a 19, you know what I'm saying, 89 Honda that's breaking down, and you gotta get towed, and now you can't even get down the road to your destination. And
Right.
so
Right.
those beliefs, your mindset, those beliefs, man, um, those are extremely important in getting you to your destination.
That's facts. I believe that too. We got a couple of comments, man. It's social media, so I always like to, see what people are
Absolutely,
talking
man.
about.
I mean, every man
Jumpstart,
involved. What's going on, King? Appreciate you.
right,
See,
right. Jumpstart Health says, yes, belief is everything. You can choose what you want to believe, 100%. Then every man says, what's going on, Kings? Just tapping to show my support and say, keep doing what you guys are doing. Hey, man, appreciate you guys tuning in, and also share the video. This is content that's free. We're giving this game out for free, and I'm pretty sure, I know my brother has. I know Elijah put in a lot of work on himself to be able to get to this point where he can lead other entrepreneurs. I'm
yeah.
talking guys that are making six figures, seven figures. Some of them I see that they're retargeting me with advertisements. And so I'm like,
Right, right,
my guy he running plays right now. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right,
And
right.
so this is what we do. Now, when you think about things that tend to happen, things always come up in our life. I think a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people make the excuse of like, oh man, I'm super busy, like you were just saying, or
Mm-hmm.
man, my kid, they got sick and now, I can't work out, and they just kind of fall off.
Yeah.
Like what's your way of responding to things like whenever things might not be going the way you want it to? You may have had a bad day, or you may it just got super busy for you. You may have had a lot of sales calls or a bad sales call, stuff like
Right.
that. How do you respond to stay on track?
So first thing I gotta say is that at a principal level, your why has to be greater than your resistance. But I want to really break this down because I'm sure some people have heard of this before, but I really want to break it down in full context, right? See, this is the reason why people go so hard when their heart is broke. Because the alternative, the opportunity cost of not getting in shape is being heartbroken and being out of shape.
Ooh.
And it's just like, I don't be taking 2 L's right now, right? But a lot of times when it may not be that case, a lot of times we don't develop that reason of why we want to do it. It's surface level, right? And if you have surface level challenges, your surface level vision can get you over those surface level challenges. But when you start dealing with actual life, you know what I'm saying? And life doing what life do, which is getting in the way and throwing you all types of twists and turns. If you don't have a deep level reason for why you're doing this, you're going to fall off. You know what I mean? And it really just boils back to like, I always say that the guys that I work with, I let them know up front, like, yo, what's your vision for yourself? Like, forget all the fitness and the workouts and what I'm about to have you doing. What is your vision for yourself in the next 6 to 12 months? And how does getting this 10, 15, 20 pounds off or putting this muscle mass on, how does it align with that vision for yourself? Like, I really want to know if you've been materializing this, because if not, then when your business starts to grow, or when your kids get sick, or somebody catch COVID, or or all the million quadrillion things that can happen that can throw you off track happen, you're going to get off track. Why? Because your why was not greater than the resistance of your everyday life. Right? And then even when I go deeper into that on a day-to-day basis, I always say, man, like, what works for me is just focusing on cadence, right? Because a lot of people, we live in a world of habits and routines, and everybody's trying to hammer down habits and routines, and they're important. But what happens is people begin to pick up this mindset that you have to be perfect. And if you're perfect, and if you mess up, you got to start back all over. That's why when somebody gets COVID and they get sick and they miss the gym for 2 weeks, or something happens, or a family member passes, or whatever, or a business, all the different things that can happen, they get a little inconsistent. But then it's like, right when they could have jumped back on track, they started thinking, damn, well, I lost all of this, and I'm so now the first time I went to the gym, it's gonna feel like crap, and they started to hold themselves back from just jumping back in it, because at the end of the day, consistency is about having more arrows going forward than you have going backwards. That's what's going to get you closer to your goals. You know what I'm saying? And so one of the things I like to do, man, is I like to just focus on just my cadence. My cadence are, what are the inputs, like right now, right? I have a goal of getting to 170 pounds, right? At the same body fat percentage that I am right now at 160. So right now, 160 is like my peak weight. I was really like a small dude in high school. I was like 5'8", like 135 when I graduated. You know what I'm saying? And so for me, hitting that goal, I know that, hey, if I train, I need to train a minimum 4 times a week, and I need to resistance train, right? I need to have at least 3,000 calories a day, and I need to get between 6 and 8 hours of quality sleep a day at best, right? And so for me, I just focus on doing those things consistently. Because, I caught COVID a couple of weeks ago, right? And I was out the gym, and I lost a couple pounds, and I was like, damn, I was training so hard, and I was up 8 pounds, and then I lost another 5, and I could have just sat there and be like, well, I got to start all over again. But you know what I did, bro? I just said, you know what? Okay, well, let me fall back into my cadence, which is training at minimum 4 days a week, getting those calories in, getting proper sleep. For me, that's what creates rhythm. That's what creates focus. That's what creates that alignment. Because now, even if I get knocked off track a little bit, I still know what that foundation looks like, and I'm not just being emotional about what's on the scale, or being emotional about, damn, I lost like a week of progress. Like, man, I'm playing a long game here. You know what I'm saying? Like, when Elijah touches 7 figures, I'm gonna be about 175, 180. You know what I'm saying? Looking like the big body Benz. You know what I mean? I know what I want to be and who I want to be and what I want to represent.
Right.
So because of that, I have patience with myself, and I just focus on what are the things that need to be done consistently to get me to my result over time. Because that's the biggest part. Most people, the reason why I say me and you offer people value as coaches is because most people, it's not even about the plan or the knowledge. It's about getting out of your own way so you can just stay consistent long enough to start to see those incremental results, those day and night results over time.
Man, that's so true because I was reading this book called The Dip. You know, you and Lopez, we spoke about it about a week or two ago about how we all have dips. Like the dip is basically the time frame of resistance that we all go through, whether it's in business, whether you're trying to lose weight, gain weight, and it's just like a push to get through that resistance, a push to get through that dip. And you have to really be mindful of what are you trying to really accomplish in your life, and why are those things important to you, and if that why is big enough and that benefit is big enough on the other side, it's going to push you through it.
Yeah.
But for most people, what I found, they need somebody else in their corner with them because they're
Yeah.
trying to do it alone. You know,
Yeah.
even me, you, and Lopez, how we have, you know, our brotherhood, our mastermind. You know, there's certain days where one of us might, you know, we might not be having the best day, you know,
Right.
and we might just want to be just fuck it. I don't want to do nothing today,
Right.
you
Right.
know.
Right.
But
Right.
we feed off each other's energy and
Yeah.
conviction of wanting to
It's
continue to
that
grow.
clarity, bro. Listen, man.
There you go.
One of my favorite thought leaders is 19 Keys, bro. 19 Keys said
Yeah.
something real important in his interview with I think the dude's name is I Am Cash, the dude who runs the vault under Ernie
Yeah.
Leach,
Yeah.
right? And he
Mm-hmm.
said, yo, you could want to do something, but your environment won't let you. Because your environment is what reinforces your habits and your belief patterns. And so everybody is
Yeah.
inside of sort of this paradigm or subconscious rhythm that is associated with their environment, right? And so when you
Yeah.
don't have certain stimulators in your environment that are going to push you towards who you need to be, it becomes
Yeah.
an extreme uphill battle to grow and become the person that you need to be to get to that next level. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
Like that's why I invest in mentors. You know what I'm saying? I met Lopez through a mastermind. I was like, that was, you know, it was five digits. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But
Right.
what that mastermind not gave me access to is not only just great information, but it gave me a Lopez. Oh, this dude's serious about X, Y, and Z. Let's tap in with each other. And now it's like we damn near bros. You know what I'm saying? We all
Right.
working towards, you know what I'm saying, that X figure month together. And so now we are able to, on the days that we having the bad days, sharpen each other up, because the bad days are
Yes,
just
sir.
emotions. How your success is going to be determined by how you handle the downside. If you're
That's
trying to
right.
get in shape, I don't care how hyped you are right now, you just signed up for a program, cool. Your
Right.
success is going to be determined by how you handle it when you don't feel like getting up, when you're not motivated, when you're stressed
Yeah.
out from a long ass day in a business, or maybe at work, or maybe you got kids, and like, oh, you don't want to cook, you don't have nothing left in you mental capacity wise, right? Those
Yeah.
days, what you do on those days is going to determine how far you get. And having that level of accountability, having that level of just a community, people that's tapped in, that you also know are dealing with the same thing, is important. Like that's why my community is so niche. Like I only work with Black and brown business men. Like that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Because every single brother in my community, he can't come into my community and not have a problem, right? And I'm sorry, and have a problem that nobody else
Right.
hasn't dealt with. It's not
Right.
like that. I got when I done had a client I helped gain 10 pounds. He was running a startup and had his first kid all in like 1 year.
Wow.
Right? I have clients that
Yeah.
run agencies. I have clients that do realty. I have clients that's doing a 9 to 5 plus running a business plus got kids. You name it. And so
Right.
all those different challenges of what you may go through, or sometimes you get into the mental rut, or when you get burnt out, or what do I do? You
Mm.
got somebody in the community that has dealt with that problem before. We built the curriculum to make sure that those problems are being solved up front, so that way you can stay on track and get results. That's the
Ooh.
value of the right environment. That's the value of having guidance and being able to connect with other people, so that way you can get out from your own way when you're trying to get
Right.
to that new destination.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
That's deep. I
Yes,
hope you
sir,
guys
bro.
are really listening, man, because this stuff is powerful. I think a lot of people, they kind of go through life, and I was listening to one of my mentors named Jim Rohn, huge into personal development,
Yep.
and he talks about how a lot of people are just kind of going through life just coasting, you know, just coasting, just trying to get through the week, just trying to get through the day, just trying to get to the weekend, and trying to avoid the resistance, because in reality, the resistance is what really builds our character. The
Yeah.
resistance is what really builds that resilience muscle. We have to go through discomfort to be able to get to the other side of what we want to get to in life. I'm curious, what's been one of your number one books, one of your top books in terms of mindset, and just one of those books that really just hit you hard in your life that's gotten you to where you are now? I'm pretty sure it's more than one, but what's one that really sticks out to you?
Yeah, that's definitely a good question. One of the heaviest books that has stood out mindset wise. Woo, I mean, there's so many different aspects of mindset. Even tapping into the spiritual side, but I think for me, all right, I'm gonna have to name my top three. I'm not name because it's
That's
like
cool.
they
That's cool.
each other in a certain way, right?
Right.
Called The Art of Not Giving a Fuck by Mark Manson. One of
Oh,
the
that's
biggest,
deep.
one of the biggest values I took away from this book, when you start to realize what you value, what you care about, you no longer have to disseminate your mental leadership that does not have any. If any of you guys ever go to my page, I talk about the word alignment. I talk about knowing what you value. I talk about less is more. I think that life can become alive. Like you got so many different things going on. You know, you got to realize when it's time to give up.
You breaking up just a little bit, bro.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, that's perfect.
So I was saying, like, you know, in life, man, life can be a lot. And so you got to realize when to give up old friendships. You got to realize when to give up old habits. When you got to realize that when certain things no longer serve you, and when you understand what you value, you can see that immediately. You can clear your plate and open it up for the true abundance that you're looking for. You know what I mean? And that whole book is really just about, like, the art of not giving a fuck about shit that don't got nothing to do with you. You know, if I were to dumb it down, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
But it was
right,
a really,
right.
really solid book, and just understanding, like, damn, like, even when I graduated college, you know, I was running a startup and I was personal training. I was personal training my clients in the morning, running my startup from 9 to 5, 9 to 6 is, you know what I'm saying, usually, and then getting back in the gym from like 7 to 9 p.m. and training my clients, right? Really had enough time to work out myself, tired, burnt out. And a lot of my friends that I went to college with, they was out there getting their six-figure corporate jobs, going on a haywire weekend, and you know, doing all their brunches and having fun. And I just had to realize, like, hey, that's their journey. I don't really give a fuck about none of that shit right now. I'm trying to build something. And so that's what allowed me to not have no fear of missing out, because I just graduated and I wasn't getting paid six figures at the time by a job like my friends were, but instead I chose to go the entrepreneurial route and potentially be at risk of not having any success, right? But I had to realize, yo, this is what I value, and so this is why I'm gonna dial in. And I tell this to my clients all the time, because I'm like, bro, you're gonna have friends that's gonna try to take you off track. You're gonna have business colleagues, hey, let's go to XYZ. Right? And so you gotta learn how to maneuver with those specific nuances and set boundaries, because the version of whoever's watching right now that maybe wants to get in shape, you're gonna have to evolve that version, right, into the person who is in shape. And the person who is in shape says no to, nah, I'm not going to Five Guys for lunch. Says no to, nah, I'm good on the drinks right now. I don't need to be drinking, you know what I'm saying, in the middle of the week. Says no to certain things so that way they can say yes to the better version of themselves. It all boils down to what you value and how close you keep your values to.
Yeah.
It's about moving with a higher level of intention. You feel what I'm saying?
Man.
This is the shit that a lot of these fitness coaches ain't talking about, because this is the type of shit that matters. You got to know what's important to you. So that's number one, bro. The Art of Not Giving a Fuck by Mark Manson. The second book, man, was The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. And, man, that book for me, bro, was just a game changer, like, spiritually, man. Like, understanding presence, understanding how to be still with yourself, man. How to develop a better relationship with self. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, lastly, what I would say is, I would say the Four Agreements, man. Like, I talk about confidence a lot. I value confidence, and for me, confidence is not just like what people see surface level as confidence. Like, okay, I look good, you know, I can talk to people, and I'm you know what I'm saying, I'm talking about like confidence and certainty in yourself. Especially when we entrepreneurs, and like every other week can sometimes be a little uncertain with what we're doing, right?
Almost every day.
Having confidence, you know what I'm saying? Having confidence in ourselves to be able to make the proper decisions and bet on ourselves and believe in ourselves and believe in our journey is extremely important. And so for me, a lot of confidence is that internal dialogue that you got going on with yourself, right? And that's why I said the 4 agreements, because in the 4 agreements, it talks about watch what you say to yourself. Your subconscious doesn't know, you know what I'm saying, if you joking to yourself or not. And so a lot of times we develop these very, very overly critical relationships with ourselves, and we become perfectionists, and we try to, you know what I'm saying, we try to have everything together, and it leads to having nothing together. You know what I'm saying? I think that if you can learn to talk to yourself and trust yourself and trust your process, you know what I'm saying, and put yourself in a position where you have a good relationship with yourself, that's when you can really take information and coaching and critical feedback and all the things that are good for you to the next level, right? Be able to really use it and to take it to the next level.
Yeah, man, this is powerful. I see y'all commenting in the comments. Yes, this is a powerful live. These are the things that most fitness influencers don't talk about. I know people are really used to just seeing people post ab workouts, seeing people post chest and leg workouts, which those things are cool, and even the nutrition. But before all those things, if you don't have your head straight, if you haven't figured out the shit, if you haven't gotten this right, what's going on in your head, you can have the perfect diet plan, the perfect workout plan, the perfect coach, the perfect trainer. If your mindset is not conditioned properly before you start, it just won't work out for you. You're gonna always find yourself getting a little bit of results, falling back into your old ways. And that's what we're talking about in this video, because once you master yourself, once you master your thinking and your habits, you know, your cadences, like Elijah was saying earlier, once you master these things, you won't have to worry about the yo-yo results, or you trying something and then saying, I don't know if I want to do it because I might not get the results I want. Because you have conviction in yourself and know that you can get it done. You can bet on yourself and know you're gonna come out on top. That's why this is so powerful. Now I want to talk a little bit about I know a lot of times people they really don't know what steps to take. They don't know what they need to do. And so what will be some words of wisdom that you would give anybody that's watching right now to be able to get them on the right path to being able to get results? Not now and in the long run. What would your words of advice be?
Yeah, I would say this, man, you know, ask yourself what you really want. You know, I think that some of the we can get the best answers when we simply ask ourselves the right questions. And sometimes the answers don't come right away. But I think that with fitness, man, you know, everybody, I'm gonna be real. A lot of people are used to the microwavable, you know, content, all the false information and garbage that the fitness industry feeds people. And, you know, I would ask, before even looking about what this process looks like, ask yourself, what do you want and who do you want to be? Because I can tell you right now, the Elijah that I am right now is way different than the Elijah that I was a couple of years ago when I wasn't this fit, or when I didn't put this amount of work into myself, right? But I always knew, like, I wanted to be better, and it's still a continuous growth process. But I think that we can really, really get intentional about what we want and how we want this to integrate with our lifestyles, you know, and how do you want to show up? You feel me? Like, I always look at it like this, bro. Like, I don't have any children, right? But I'm the oldest of 5 siblings, right? So I'm the 6th. And I set the precedent of, you know, how they see a man. I set the precedent of how my little sister sees a man outside of my father, right? How my little brothers operate when it comes to the decisions that they make, as well as their health. And so for me, you know, I take a high level of pride in simply being able to say that, man, my little sisters and my siblings, like, they look up to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, my sister, you know, my sister has a boyfriend, and she brought the right guy home. Why? Because she has the right guy that's an example, and she knows what that looks like. And so for me, when I think about how I want to show up fit and confident and masculine and thorough with my mind and my values, it's not just about me, but it's also about who am I influencing as a result of that. And that's why it becomes a lifestyle. Because I don't know the Elijah that, you know, the people close to him is not proud of. I just don't know what that looks like. And it wasn't always like that, but I knew that that's where I wanted to be. And I knew that this is the way I want to show up in my life. And this is the way I wanted to be able to articulate my platform, make impact on people. And so when I decided that like, ask yourself who you want to be and just decide to be that person. Everything else after that will fall in line.
Man, that's huge because
You know?
yeah, 100%. One of my favorite books is called Cybernetics, right?
Yep.
And a lot of it stems from self-image. You know, you have the other book, what's it called? Think and Grow Rich. Great book. You know, a lot of people that are extremely successful, they always talk highly about that book. But one reason I love Cybernetics is because it talks about how important your own personal self-image is. Because if you don't look at yourself highly, if you don't think of yourself highly, you won't be able to do the things that you say you want to accomplish.
That's real.
You're going to be afraid because you'll be out of alignment. And so you have to look at yourself like, I'm supposed to be here versus, oh, I got lucky.
Beliefs.
You know what I mean? It's beliefs.
Real talk.
Powerful. And so that's it, man. Listen, Elijah, I appreciate you jumping on. Last and final thing. Any parting words for anybody that's watching right now? For the people that are watching right now and for the people that are watching in the future, because this is a video that people should literally go back and watch the entire video, straight up. Yeah. So what would those parting words be?
Man, my parting words are going to be simply this, right? I want y'all to really figure out what you really value. You know what I'm saying? And I want you to step in to that version of your life where you are fully attentive to those things. All right, I want y'all to really take some time and think about, damn, like I call it recalibrating yourself, realigning yourself. Because the things that I value at, you know, I'm about to be 27. The things that I value at 27 ain't the things that I value at 22. And I think that a lot of times we find ourselves out of alignment because we operating on all these different paradigms. You still, when it comes to your health, you still operating on 15-year-old you. When it comes to relationships, you still operating on 21-year-old you. When it comes to your spirituality, you operating on 2-year-old you, right? You gotta take a step back, man, and just kind of ground yourself, you know. And it could be with your faith, or it could be with whatever. But you gotta ask yourself, man, like, man, what do I value? And when you ask yourself that, and those answers start to come in, I want you to step into a lifestyle where you put those things at the forefront and watch the level of growth that you're gonna have physically, mentally, spiritually, financially, because that's what it's all about, man. We only get one life to live, and you know, if I were to deliver anything outside of some surface level, you know, go do a couple squats and here's how to get your checks bigger, it will be this right here. Like, step into that version of yourself in which you have clarity on what's important to you, and you're continuing to step into your calling, your passion, your purpose, and live life to the fullest, man. Real talk.
Man, it's crazy to see that you 27 right now.
Yes, sir.
And you are that woke. Man, it's guys and women in their like late 30s.
I'm 27 physically. I don't know about spiritual, man.
Hey, I'm trying to tell you, dog. You like in your 40s and 50s, dog, as far as wisdom wise, like your old soul, dog. It's amazing to see, because it's like the only way a person can get to where you are, and a person that is very self-aware, they have to do the work on themselves. There's no way around it. You have to do the work on yourself to be able to get that level of clarity and awareness around who you are and what you want out of life. Or else you're going to be somebody that's on social media, always jumping from influencer to influencer and just plugging in everybody else because they have a lot of conviction about who they are, but you don't have any confidence about who you are. And that's what tends to happen to a lot of people because they haven't done the work on themselves. 100%. And so, man, I appreciate you jumping on, and I appreciate everybody that's jumped on the live with us, man. Appreciate it for rocking with us. Somebody says, for sure. I thought you was older than me. As Jack said, let's see who else said something. GQ2 threw up the biceps. Dez says, okay. Man, we got a lot of comments on here, y'all. I appreciate all the engagement. I appreciate y'all tuning in. It went a little bit longer than I was expecting for it to go, but I loved every bit of it, to be honest.
Hey, man, we gotta do this again, man. We gotta
Oh
keep
yeah,
having conscious conversations, real talk. Because I think
one,
that at the end of the day, I think that's what it's all about. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? It's about elevating your mind, body, and your spirit. And that goes way beyond just a couple workouts. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Penthouse Jesse said we need more of these. Yo,
Hey, man, we got more
we
coming, man.
we got plenty more coming.
Yes,
Y'all
sir.
stay tuned.
Yeah.
But hey man, with that said, we're gonna go ahead and close out. Again, Elijah, appreciate it for jumping on. This is Elijah Tyson, the owner of the Grind Tribe.
Yes,
Go
sir.
follow him, y'all, if y'all not following him already.
Appreciate y'all, fam.
All right, now we out.